Well, here we are. Time to go ahead and see what's cooking here. I do have to get over to the Archons, but let's take a moment
Right.
just to kind of talk with some peeps. The prisoner is from the Tarkus clan. That he's not just any Oathbreaker, he's one of their leaders. Aurora signals to her men by dragging her hand across her neck. No mercy for those who foment rebellion. Find a post and string him up. If his wounds don't kill him, thirst, starvation, and infection will do the rest. Mockingblaze says all must be given a chance to find absolution in service to the the Scarlet Chorus. The mage points a finger at the disfavored officer, and you know full well this has always been our way. He has a chance to be slave or soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. I tire of this nonsense. You keep recruiting these oathbreakers, then you fail to inflict order and they defect. And we have to fight them all over again. I will not let another one of these South knobs come back to haunt us. Well, I insist this oathbreaker be taken to the voices of Narat, leaving us at an impasse. Unfortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter for us. The chanter turns to you, an unexpected smile across her face. So, what say you? What should become of the prisoner? The chorus should be allowed its chance to recruit new warriors. Gain favor with the chorus and gain some wrath with the disfavored. If that is how you wish it, the prisoner will go to the Scarlet Chorus. But mark my words, treating these curs with kindness has been and continues to be a mistake. If it will calm your nerves, I assure you this one won't be put on the battlefield. The mage snaps her fingers loudly, gesturing for her gang to listen. Make sure the prisoner is taken straight to the voices of Narat. Known in his capacity as the Archon of Secrets, the voices of Narat is equal parts genius and madman. Rumors abound that he can steal the minds of others, though few are alive to confirm as much. The subjects of his interrogation are never heard from again, and the Archon is able to recall the memories of his victims with startling accuracy. He is the inconsistent leader of the Scarlet Chorus, vacillating between commanding from the vanguard and directing his armies in absentia. No one doubts that the Voices of Narat is an accomplished strategist, even suggesting his madness stems from thinking hundreds, perhaps thousands of steps ahead of his enemies. Aurora nods. Until next time, Fatebinder, I know you have important business in the valley. No point in keeping you. For the glory of Kairos. Alright, so that is that.
Right.
Anything else? Fatebinder, a pleasure to have you join us. You never really know if one of Tunon's officers is battle ready until the fighting breaks out. You clearly hold your own in a fight. A broad-shouldered, disfavored soldier snaps to salute, and thank Kairos for that. There's been too much talk of late, not enough action. The Archon of War is planning his next move. Would you have him hasten his plans for your impatience? Never, ma'am. Graven Ash protects. I'm just eager to see the Vendrian Guard buried beneath their own patched defenses. You need something? Why hasn't the siege been resolved? It's because the Scarlet Chorus scoff at the Great General's plans, and they aren't carrying their weight. They should be using their great numbers to patrol and harass the enemy. If you ask me, I think they're intentionally going easy on the Oathbreakers. Even if they'd listen to us, and are they capable of following orders? The Scarlet Chorus doesn't have a chain of command, just a rabble of gang bosses cutting each other's throats for advancement. Pissing on the disfavored is like a badge of honor, if you don't mind my saying so. Leave, as you were. Okay. Weapons and armor stacked with neat precision on this transport cart. Every spear is honed and oiled, ready for battle. Let's take a look at our inventory real quick. Well, that's supposed to be everything. I thought I've picked up a lot more than this. Is it auto-equipping something? Maybe auto-equipping to her? No. That's odd then, because I have picked up a lot. Okay, well, let's keep going. I don't know why the items I picked up aren't there. That is really weird. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, that should be the key for everything, it looks like. Okay, well, that's that, I guess.
Yes.
Let's get the hell out of here, guys.
Can't do that.
Oh,
Sorry, can't.
yeah.
Sorry, can't.
Okay. Don't yell at me, Mal. I'm scared, buddy. So where do we go from here? That was a chat log. Combat log, maybe. Who's this? Crescent Runner. Glory to Graven Ash. Glory to Kairos. We have some stuff down here on the map. Some icons of some kind, but... Oh, hey, loot. Maybe, like, some of the stuff is just crafting materials and you can't see it unless, like, we're in the proper interface? Cosma. Fatebinder. What an honor to have one of Tunan's court visit our humble holdfast. Need supplies? Bursting with energy, the merchant slams down her palm on the top of a crate. If so, you've come to the right place. So what will it be today? Well, let's see what you have. I'm going to quickly take a look through the items. I'm sure most of this is shit. Hey! Lightning. 5 gold. We are not even close to that. 5 gold rings. That's copper rings, okay. So that's bronze. So probably 100 to 1 ratio, I'm guessing. Rot spear. Camping supplies. Well, I don't think we've seen those. So let's get some of those. What? Why is it like fucking... Oh, is it? Wait. I don't have enough money. I thought that was only 40... Oh, 40 copper rings? Oh, we have 84. Whoa. Why is that? There's like a big increase? Oh, maybe it's 40 for every one. That has to be it. So, put back 3. Yep, that's it. I'm going to buy one of those. Storm's Heart, so different kinds of damage it looks like. And this does corrode damage, I'm guessing. Different kind of damage type. Different kind of defense maybe it uses. Alright, well that's cool. So that is that, and just a horde. Victory is ours. Alright, let's go back up. I don't think I can go any more down there. I think he's gonna bitch.
Can't do that.
That's like the background. Judge's Day, the 18th Span of Swords. That sounds cool for like a day title. That was like the date up here.
Can't do that.
Alright, well, let's just go back the way we came. Told you I'd pull through, didn't I? Graven Ash protects. Oh yeah. Edgering Ruins. Oh wait, maybe here. There we go. Yeah, that's the gate right here on the map. Nice. I'm glad they have a zoom in option. Key characters, points of interest, toggle exits. Ooh, toggle exits. Maybe we'll see that. Horde. So it's one of the Scarlet Horde. There's our prisoners. There we go. There's the exit area key. Okay, cool. So this is the map, it looks like. The disfavored camp. Oh, we're at the Edgering Ruins. Nestled within Apex's western range, serving as a gateway into Vendrian's Well. Kairos' forces have recently transformed it into a full garrison to ward off insurgents, desperate to leave the well. It will take you 3 hours. Okay. Is there a time limit on things? Maybe just like you have to complete certain quests within a certain time limit? I'm a guessing.
Get breaks in this gang or what?
She's all bitching. Let's make her... Yeah, a little more accuracy.
Yes.
Take what you can carry and leave the cart, otherwise we seize you and your wares. This is robbery. Let's interfere. Hail, Fatebinder. The disfavored scout nods your approach. Camps up on ahead. Don't mind us. Just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I'm not allowed to trade one thing for another? It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. You're on disfavored land, and these warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful that they're even listening to you speak. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. This is not of my concern. And they gain some average favor with them. I'm gonna go with this one. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for such a thing? Not us, the Crescent Runner says, and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before Tunon. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make the long trek a bit more bearable. Anything to be argued before Tunon may be argued before me. Lose some favor with them. You had best start making a very strong argument as to why I should help you. Lose minor favor. Or, this is none of my concern and gain some favor. No, we're going to interfere. What's there to discuss, the Crescent Runner says. We should kill this mongrel, and the warrior pauses, placing her hand in front of her mouth. If the Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. The soldier clears her throat, looking at you expectantly. This is a disfavored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgments around. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. The merchant grabs a flask from his cart. Or you could leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing draughts. Certainly any army will need those. He uncorks a small ceramic vial, and the aroma of cloves and lanolin assaults your nose. These are essential goods for the war effort. We should leave the supplier intact. Lawbreaker requirement not met. So 2 I can't do. 5 I can't do because I'm not a hunter. Hunter and lawbreaker. What are those? Well, whatever they are, we don't have them. We can lie. Curious. I was just about hearing about a supply caravan of reagents going missing. Or lore. What a coincidence. Your family recipe for wound paste smells just like the Scarlet Fury's own concoction. Where'd you steal this? If the disfavored have reason to question these items, I shall trust their judgment. I'm gonna lie. So he says, well, I don't see how that relates to me. I mean, I've only just arrived here. I couldn't have been involved in anything like that. I didn't say the shipment went missing around here, and I certainly didn't mention when. Start talking. So you just happened to cart all this by yourself from over the mountains in hopes of making money in the middle of battle? You're right. Kill this liar and share the proceeds with the Legion. Yep, that's it. No, please, I can explain. How do you know a tearsman is lying? His lips are moving. That's good. How do you know a tearsman is lying? His lips are moving. The soldier nods to his comrades, and with a quick flash of iron, the merchant is gutted. Clean kill. Cleaner than any he deserved. I would have done a better job of it, but I don't begrudge you currying favor with the ironclads. Hey, we gained some average loyalty with her. Let's pick through what's useful. If you find anything of merit, report it to the Iron Marshal. And Fatebinder, thanks for making the right call. Every time we show the locals a dram of civility, they spit on our good nature. Let us never fall for their treachery again. Yeah! Do I get any of the loot? Come on. Let Mal wet his beak. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. What's that? The voices of Nerat told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but hear I'm only hearing half the story, so let's have it out. What's so special about you? I'm actually tallying the expense of the siege. I could lie to her. I have nothing to tell you. Gain average fear with her. Why so suspicious? What else has the voices of Nerat told you? Yeah, let's have it out with you. Did the voices of Nerat ask you to spy on me? Yeah, let's do some subterfuge. At a loss for words, Verse regards you with momentary unease. And we gain loyalty with her. Well, are you even surprised? He's the Archon of Secrets. Knowing in advance is his business. So is snatching up any advantage over Graven Ash. Those two compete like a couple of new recruits for a spot around the fire. It's nothing nefarious. The Voices is just curious why you're here. If he wanted to know more, you wouldn't be able to suss it out that easily. He would have sent one of his scarier peons in my stead. I'm telling the expense of the siege. Is that all? I can understand why Tunon would worry himself over resources, but we have the riches of the Northern Empire backing this conquest, not to mention the plunder of the Tears. If you say that's the case, I'll go along with it. She frowns to herself, but doesn't press the matter. What else has the Voices of Nerat told you? Only that I'd find you in the Edgering Ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of the crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of the Metani River. She laughs, but there's a forced nature to it. Enough of this. I must meet with the Archons. Hey, don't let me hold you back. I'm sure whatever you're here to do is important enough that you don't need me stepping in your path. The war tent is just past the center of the camp. One last thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Alright. Who do we have here? Step closer and present yourself. Stone Shield says to you, the gate guard holds up a warning hand. Go no farther. You approach disfavored ground. State your business. I am Tunon's Fatebinder. Stand aside. I am expected. Ah, so you're the fire starter. In 430 TR, the final year of the conquest and the Tears, the sages of the Vellum Citadel were expected to surrender without a fight. When the sages violently defended themselves in a prolonged siege, Kairos unleashed an edict of fire. I was given the honor of proclaiming the edict of fire and destroy it, and I was known as the fire starter then. So Sevius and the companies returning from the burning library are telling some harrowing stories about Kairos' edict of fire. I think myself brave, but I'm happy to have been far away from it all. Must have been a terrifying honor to be the messenger of such righteous force. Go on in. The Archons are expecting you. You'll find them in the war tent, center of the camp. Alright. Pissing off people at will. Okay, so this is Barrack. We have some people here to talk to, it looks like. Maybe a central meeting ground for some quests. Bitter Quip. I love the name so far. The Archons await you inside, Fatebinder. Yeah, let's go inside. Unlike most enemies, Bane deals large amounts of arcane damage. Here they are, the two badasses. Yesterday you chid me for wishing to wait. Now you suggest an even longer delay? Perhaps the voices in your skull ought to come to a consensus if you wish to be taken seriously. These guys radiate with, like, energy. Crazy cool.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
Wow, as he twirls his rod, we can hear voices in our head. Hello, Fatebinder. We'll be with you in just a moment. That's cool!
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Alright, let's see what they have to say.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guests speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? Hmm? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
As he twirls his staff around, we hear, "Can you hear us, Fatebinder? Cough, if we have your attention."
And I thought you had left agents within these tiersmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
So yeah, we did choose to cough to make sure that Narat knew we were
We
listening.
look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the tiers, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
This guy's an asshole. You hear the voice in your head? Good, good. Now pay attention. You might miss something. Alright, let's just chill.
If I could trust the information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, my troops failed to come home.
Damn.
Oh, Ash, old boy. If you're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the tiersmen, perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
Siren is the Archon of Song, and the youngest Archon sent to conquer the tiers. Young and inexperienced, Siren is sworn to the voices of Narat, who uses her powers of charm and manipulation to swell the ranks of the Scarlet Chorus with volunteers. Ah, neat! He flips the scepter 3 times, which allows us to hear, "Take care that you don't learn too much, Fatebinder. An excess of knowledge, of curiosity, even can earn unwanted attention." Hold your tongue. I will not have you denigrate the honor of the fallen brethren. The commander's hands moves to the hilt of her blade, though the weapon stays sheathed. I'd be doing us all a favor if I cracked open that excuse for a head. They bicker like children, do they? Fifth Eye. That's a cool name. I'm really loving the fucking names in this game. They bicker like children, do they not? The Fifth Eye's grating tenor pierces the tension in the tent, and all eyes land on the Crimson Spear. I meant only to say welcome. Welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. The armored retainer bows with rushed inelegance, then rises to a salute, and not a moment too soon. You have gained favor with Gravinash, and you have gained favor with the disfavored. That's kind of a funny thing. Governor Warlord Mal, long have we been honored by your iron. Now we are honored by your presence. I must apologize for my lord's tempers run high of late. Disfavored, gain major favor. Gain major favor with Gravinash. Okay. Bow to the Archons. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I traveled long to be here. So we gain some favor, but lose favor with the voices of Narat. Diplomat, which I don't have. I'm just going to glare silently.
Welcome, Firestarter. We have been eagerly anticipating your arrival. Perchance you bring another of Kairos' edicts to savage the enemy?
Oh, he said this because the last of the Great Northern Generals. I don't know what it means with gain major favor. Like right there.
We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
The Archon of Secrets turns his attention to you. The frozen rictus fashioned into his bronze mask greets you with a permanent smile. Okay, so I guess that's telling us what we've gained from the interaction. How did you know about Drastus? I only just came from the Edgering Ruin. No. Bow to the Archons. It is an honor to be here. Yeah, I suppose we just gained some favor at Gravinash. We'll nuke it a little bit. Are you all done bickering? I have an edict to proclaim. No. I'm not going to put them in their place. I'm just going to be neutral about it.
Once again, you bring us support in a time of need. We fondly remember your service to the chorus in the taking of the bastard city. We knew back then you were destined for great things. But we had not anticipated you would be twice honored with the task of proclamation. So, do not keep us waiting. What is the Overlord's will?
Yeah, we helped them take Bastard City, that's right. Okay. Well, the Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all in the valley shall perish. Seems you need some encouragement to work together. In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos' Day of Swords. Gain average wrath, and the voice of wrath will gain favor with that. Let's go with this one real quick. Because I was trying to remain kind of neutral to kind of feel out which one I liked a little bit more. I do like Narat. Yeah, let's go with the in honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in the valley unless Ascension Hall is taken. The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment, its every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens, and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed, the tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigor. Neat.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
So, you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Archon Secrets passes the scepter from one hand to the next, chuckling softly with each toss. You hear the voice in your head, watch him squirm, so many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War. You'd never see Blood Echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. He'd use the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brother's ribcage, because that's how a real man deals with grief. Are you too daft? It is your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict. Learn to work together, or we're all doomed. Or subterfuge. They call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful. Let's do that.
Second to fate by thought you had the memories of one of those Oathbreakers rattling about that bronze gourd of yours. Would Kairos' mighty spy master please enlighten this gathering of allies with some scrap of strategic insight?
The Archon of Secrets turns his head to the side until the face of his mask has turned around and a new facet of the mask presents itself as facing forward. When the next Archon speaks, the trembling voice of a younger man can be heard.
Our river was to be the bulwark, but with the tidecasters slain, what hope remains? It's so cold in here. Help me. Please.
The use of the term "our river" suggests this is the voice of the late Mittani Janev, ranking member of the Vendrian Guard. The wealthy house Mittani owned much of the realm of Apex before the coming of Kairos, and the major river in the valley bears the Mittani name. So he now shows the previous facet.
Our sources tell us the Oathbreakers had some sort of magical trick in store. But this knowledge is tinged with fear, trepidation. If we make a move for the Mittani, we suspect the Oathbreakers will mount a counterattack that is equal parts valiant and futile.
The voice, who was it?
That was Mittani Yanev. former noble of Apex and one of the leaders of the Vendrian Guard. Back when they were half respectable enemies that knew how to lose with dignity. When the Guard first surrendered, Yanev presented himself to us. What he knew, we now know.
I can insult them both now. No more sitting idle. I expect the disfavored to be on the march at once. Voice of Nerat, I trust you are done acting the clown. We'll have your horde ready to march with all haste. So basically I have two divisive options, or something to piss them off both. Well, piss them both off. I mean, our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Now go, solve this problem you've started. Let's piss off everybody. Let's see how far we can get with no allies. My lord, Beric and his band have been drilled in the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clapping her gauntlet to her breastplate Aranyos. Beric, though you know him only by name, Beric is a commander of the Stone Shields and well regarded by the disfavored High Command. Fifth Eye says, and I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunan's chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign and win peace, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
The Archon twirls the scepter one last time, then taps the Fifth Eye on the shoulder. The two depart. You hear the voice in your head. Suit yourself, Fatebinder. The more you ignore us. He's pissed off.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment. But I will never understand why the voices of Nerat is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. But at least we have allies in the court. My best soldiers have never wanted for a good blade or suit of armor, and I know I have you to thank for it. I fear we will have to call on you for more than just a few works of iron.
Oh, right, because I was in the past, we chose the disfavored to have access to all the armor and arms.
You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. And what of the Scarlet Chorus? How will they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the outer valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained a sizable force outside the Citadel. We need the Chorus's manpower to scour the region. Otherwise, the Oathbreakers will attack at our heels once we cross the Mittani. Let's see what other options we have. I'll be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Find me when you're ready. Okay, so she salutes as we glare at her and we gain some wrath. And although I'm loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp, Dewey. Seek him out, if you must. And that's that. Alright. So, here's where we will end this video. I'm going to go ahead and take a break here, and we will continue to see how we can how we can prod both sides to kind of do their job without us having to be tied to one or the other. It'd be cool if we could kind of do that and be closer to Kairos' will rather than like choosing a side. But we'll probably be forced into choosing a side, you know, and it might not be as interesting either to not choose a side. But no gods, no masters if we can, right? Catch you guys on the next one.